Today we are honoring Guy Clark, one of my heroes. They called him the craftsman's craftsman. Every songwriter from Texas wanted to be Guy Clark. Townes Van Zandt, Steve Earle, Lyle Lovett, they all learned at his feet. The Cape, one of my favorite songs. This is about a kid who ties a towel around his neck and jumps off the garage roof. Sure, he can fly. When I play this song at my coffee shop, I talk about how I did that when I was a kid. I jumped off a garage thinking I could fly. Luckily, one of my friends was down there to catch me, or I wouldn't be here to tell the story. Well, that boy grows up but never stops believing. Guy tells us how to keep that childlike faith even when the world says you can't fly. Let him roll, a dying man in a railroad yard, his whole life passing before his eyes. Guy grew up around those railroad men in West Texas. This is pure cinematic storytelling. You can see every frame. 2 songs from a master craftsman. Let's give Guy Clark the tribute he deserves. Let him roll, boy, let him roll. I bet he's gone to Dallas, rest his soul. Well, he's a wino, tried and true. Done everything there is to do. Worked on traders and he worked in bars, and he worked on farms and he worked on cars. It was white port wine that put that look in his eye that grown men get when they need to cry. We sat down on the curb to rest, and the head just fell down on his chest. Then he said every single day gets a little bit harder to handle, and yet then he lost the thread and his mind got cluttered and the words just rolled off down in the gutter. Well, he was an elevator man in a cheap hotel in exchange for the rent on a one-room cell. As old as his years before his time, and thanks to the world and the right port wine. And he said, son, he always called me son, he said, life for you has just begun. And then he told me a story that I'd heard before about how I fell in love with a Dallas whore. He could cut through the years to the very night that it all ended, his poorhouse fight. She turned his last proposal down in favor of being a girl about town. Well, it's been 17 years right in line, and he ain't been straight none of the time. Been too many years of fighting the weather and too many nights of not being together. So he died. Let him roll, boy, let him roll. Well, I bet he's gone to Dallas, rest his soul. Yeah, let him roll, boy, let him roll. He always said that heaven's just a Dallas whore. Personal effects, and among the stubs from the welfare checks was a crumbling picture of a girl in a door and an address in Dallas and nothing more. Well, the welfare people provided the priest, and a couple from a mission down the street sang Amazing Grace, and no one cried except some lady in black way off to the side. We all laughed as she was still standing there, a long black veil covered her silver hair. And One-Eyed Jack said her name was Alice, and she used to be a whore in Dallas. Let him roll, boy, let him roll. I bet he's gone to Dallas, rest his soul. Yeah, let him roll. always said that heaven's just a Dallas whore. Let him roll, boys, let him roll. He always said that heaven's just a Dallas whore. Clark, let him roll. When he was 8 years old with the flour sack cape tied all around his neck, he climbed up on the garage fearing what the heck. Screwed his courage up so tight the whole thing came unwound. He got a running start, bless his heart, headed for the ground. Well, it's one of those who know life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms and hold your breath, and always trust your cape. He's all grown up with the flour sack cape tied all around his dreams. He's full of piss and vinegar, he's busting at the seam. Well, he licked his finger and he checked the wind. It's gonna be do or die. He wasn't scared of nothing more, he was pretty sure he could fly. Well, it's one of those who knows life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath, and always trust your cape. Well, it's one of those who knows life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath, and always trust your cape. Well, he's old and gray with the flour sack cape tied all around his head. He's still jumping off the garage and will be till he's dead. All those years the people said he's acting like a kid. He did not know that he could not fly. So